What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Who You Got With.
Mellow.
And Rado is a sports podcast where we talk your favorite sports debates, sports highlights, and sports matchups. And a great week of fighting is coming up, Fight Night. And it's one of the greatest fights that we've been waiting for, right,
Oh
Mel?
yeah, highly anticipated rematch. We are here for some boxing, the sweet science.
Ooh.
And you already know we're talking about Usyk versus Joshua too.
Yep.
100% highly anticipated rematch since the fight happened last September. This time is going to be I think in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Oof,
out
so
there.
it's going to be a banger. It's going to be hot. Two heavyweight greats going at it, and it's going to be a fantastic fight.
Oh, it's going to be incredible. I know this fight happened last year. Obviously, we know what happened there. And
Mm-hmm.
coming back, man, I know both of these fighters are ready to attack each other.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
and they're both honestly in the best shape of their career, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching the camps for both of these guys, and what I've seen, like, they've both been training really hard for the second fight. And I think once the first one ended, they knew that the second one was going to happen, most
Oh, of
likely.
course.
Maybe not if Joshua would have, took care of business, but now that, Usyk won, I think they had to make a second fight, just for Joshua to redeem himself.
Of course. So Joshua's already a two-time champion. So basically, this is him losing his belts for the second time. Usyk was a dominant, dominant cruiserweight champion. Moved up to heavyweights with an undefeated record. Let me just give off a
Break
little
it
bit
down
about the
for us.
fight. Yeah,
Break
yeah.
it down.
We got the heavyweight title bout.
Mm-hmm.
The belts out for grabs are Super WBA,
Mm-hmm.
IBF, WBO, IBO, and apparently they're throwing the vacant
Yeah.
ring. The ring
the
has
ring.
their own belts now, and they're throwing that vacant heavyweight belt in there.
Bro, belts all just like hand him the crown. Like
Yeah, so
whoever wins
pretty
this
much.
is the heavyweight champ.
Pretty much, and honestly, that's how it's always been. Anthony Joshua at 24-2, only two losses coming to Andrew Ruiz and Usyk. Both times he lost his belt. He's pretty much held a majority of these heavyweight belts for
Yes.
the last 7 years at least.
Yep.
And like I said, Alexander Usyk, 19-0, dominant cruiserweight, was a dominant
Came out of
champion
nowhere.
at cruiserweight and decided to move up. And he already knew that there was great heavyweight fighter, a tough fighter for heavyweights because he's so smaller and more agile.
Exactly.
So pretty much we got a two-time champion in one division and a two-time champion in two divisions.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much when it
Multiple
comes
divisions,
exactly, yeah. So this is, like you said, a rematch of their fight in September. Looked like Alexander Usyk came in looking good. Anthony Joshua apparently tried to outbox and outwit the more technical fighter,
Yeah.
and that didn't look not even close to good for him.
Nah.
And he got handily beat, almost knocked out. A lot of people kind of forget that.
Bro, he got wobbly. He was
almost
stumbling
got
on
knocked
his
out
feet.
in that
And
last round. He was
yeah.
really close. That bell saved him. Unanimous decision, not even close. Usyk walked away with the belts.
Yep.
Since then, both fighters have had to deal with a lot of adversaries. Joshua just dumped his whole camp,
Yeah.
decided to start
Start
fresh.
from fresh.
So obviously we need to do something different.
And he needed to do that because honestly, in that first fight, he
did.
wasn't in shape. It didn't look like he was in his
Or
in
had
his
the
good
right
shape as
game
he was.
plan.
It looked
if
like
you're
he
being
came in heavy,
honest.
to be honest.
Yeah, I think they try to really come in heavy and try to put some power, lean, and knockout, and but he didn't do that right.
Nah.
He didn't do it the right way, and so no one really know what the game plan was. They admit that they messed up and they shouldn't have had that game plan,
Right.
and that's why he sacked the coach and try to think some things, and he's trying to come back. Usyk, on the other hand, had his own difficulties, having to deal with everything that's going on in Ukraine regarding
Yep.
Russia.
Yep.
Had to stop training for a little bit.
Mhm.
Obviously, you can imagine having to train with everything like that in the back of your mind. It took a long time for the fight was confirmed because no one was sure if it was even going to happen this soon. But it did. It got announced, and here we are, pretty much a year later. I'm back at it again in Saudi Arabia this time.
Yeah, they had to do it there because I think he still can't come out here, right? Usyk.
No. Well, at this point, the last time they did in London,
Yeah,
There
that's what
really
I
ain't no
thought.
like Joshua's a UK fighter, so Joshua really not about to come over here.
No, that's what I
If
meant
yeah,
by that,
London,
like,
yeah.
in
So
UK,
he
because that's
at
where
this point
Joshua is.
Saudi Arabia is the best option. Um, so pretty much that lays it out. What happened the first fight, what they had to go through to come back, how they prepared.
Yeah,
So what do you who you got?
that's a good breakdown by for both of the fighters, and I'm gonna be honest, man. Like what we saw last fight is not what we're gonna see in this fight. To me,
Okay.
at least that's what I see. I see Joshua in a lot better shape, way better shape than he was before. Like I said, he came in heavy last time. Now he looks way more lean. It looks like he's got his speed back a little bit more, and I think he's gonna have to utilize the speed, and utilize his jab ability and his reach. He's got 3 inches in height on Usyk. He's gonna be able to outreach him and use his jab and right combo every time on Usyk if he gets it right. I know he's been working on. He's always used that, and he's worked that on many fighters before. Last time when he fought Usyk, he wasn't able to get around the ring very well. He wasn't able to move around him. Usyk was pretty much pushing the fight forward every time. Um, he was able to use like a lot more of the ring than Joshua, and I think that he's gonna have to switch that around. He's gonna have to push the fight forward now, and make sure he uses that size advantage that he has, and actually move Usyk back a little bit. You know, with the reach advantage he's got, he's gonna utilize that right hand, like I said. Try to get a few uppercuts too. I mean, that's one thing that he's known for, is like going for the uppercuts, the triple combo with the uppercut.
Right,
So
right.
one thing we're definitely gonna have to watch for that. Um, but stylistically, like both of these fighters are fun to watch.
Oh yes.
Like they like to take shots at one another.
Anthony
So
Joshua's my favorite heavyweight.
I'm gonna be honest, me too. He's been my favorite heavyweight for at least like 4 years. With Devontae Wilder and his little stint in there for for a few seconds, but other than that, Joshua's been
For
my
sure.
favorite stylistically. Like I think that he looks like a bigger version of what Muhammad Ali was, even though he doesn't have the record like Muhammad Ali does. But at this point in his career, he's still like a multiple time champion, or champion, defended his belt before. This time he has a chance to redeem himself and get the belts back, and he's gonna unite all the belts at once, which is that's what this fight's gonna come down to. Like whoever wins this fight is gonna unite all the belts. I do think Usyk is gonna have to stay back on his feet though, like if he wants to win, and not get pushed back. Like I said, for Joshua. So if he's able to control the fight more, then I do see this being a more controllable fight for Usyk. But I see the way that Joshua's been in training camp. I see the way that he's got his speed back, and he looks like he's ready for this, and he's gonna be able to back him down more. So I really don't see us as a matchup. I think this is gonna be a knockout in the later rounds. What about you though? What do you see for this fight though? Before I give my
I was about to say for
prediction,
who?
before I ain't gonna give it yet. I ain't gonna give it yet, because maybe you can sway me. But I mean, my prediction is made. But I think it's gonna be a knockout in one of the championship rounds. But I'm not gonna give my prediction on who yet until I get your assessment real quick on
So
these fighters.
I'm still going back and forth on this. So Usyk is technically the most technical heavyweight we have in the game. Um, he just to me has an unfair, and it's not unfair, but has an advantage over those heavyweights because he's smaller and he can be more quicker, more agile with that. When it comes to pure behemoths, straight heavyweights, Anthony Joshua has always been top for me. Um, for Fury to not be allowed to fight, come back and fight one man for 5 years, and then somehow be considered the best heavyweight when he's only had one ring,
Yeah,
baffling to me.
yeah.
Baffling.
We should get into Fury a little bit later. Right after this fight, we should definitely talk about Fury first.
Yes. So for me, Anthony Joshua always held the rings, always held the belts, always for me had the skill. Even with his loss to Ruiz, I watched him come back as a masterful technician and just piece Ruiz apart. His only glaring weakness is his chin. And it's not
Mm.
like he has a glass chin. For some reason, he gets hit sometime, and just he never fully recovered.
Yeah.
Like he just gets something taken out of him. Usyk obviously coming in undefeated at cruiserweight, just he's just nasty. He's fast. He's agile. He comes in at different angles. He loves to move on his feet. I'm actually disagree with you. You said Joshua has to use his speed. He has to use his power. He can try to outbox Usyk. That's what failed the first time. He has to find a way and not come in as so heavy. Like he does it to be quicker than last fight, but not rely on the combos as in to try to piece them together. Try to really rely on just landing that shot because Usyk already know that's the game plan and he's gonna try his hardest to maneuver around the bigger man, which he did the first fight effortlessly.
True. Can't forget that's true.
So obviously Joshua knows he needs to close the gap. He knows what he messed up. Clearly, they said they're working on some things in that training camp. Here's the reason. Then this is why I struggle. This is my mind versus my heart again. My heart says Joshua. Love the man. I think he's the, and like that's the thing. I want to say I think he's the best heavyweight, but my mind says no because my mind says the best heavyweight is Usyk, because the way he's coming into the heavyweight division, at this point, what I seen at that first fight, I didn't think I would see. While I do expect Joshua to be way better, the problem is so will Usyk.
Yeah. Now you got a point there. I mean, with
And
the
the
speed
gap
thing,
looked bad
with
that
the
first
speed
round.
thing, you're right. You're right about that. Like he's way speedier than Joshua. I mean, I won't give it that. That's why I wasn't
It's
saying
not
that.
even speed. I'd never seen
No,
a
he's one.
heavyweight hit angles like he's
But
an unorthodox puncher.
He's
and,
definitely one of the fastest heavyweights I've seen.
and on top of that, with
Usyk.
those, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, with that on top of hitting angles, being a southpaw, trouble.
But I do disagree where you said that Joshua's not gonna go in with those combos. 'Cause I think that's what he's gonna need to. He's gonna need to really test him and push him back. And with those combos, that's the way you do it. Use that jab. Use the reach that you have to make sure that he doesn't like really move around you.
So yes, with the combos, but not the ones relying on speed.
I mean,
He needs to tap, set something up. Like
Yeah,
he tried to
no,
outspeed him the first
when
one
I
and
say
pretty
speed,
much
that's
gassed out.
when I say speed. I'm saying he's gonna be faster than what he looked like.
Yes,
the first fight.
100%. He has no
And
choice. Yeah.
He looks in way better shape to not be
Yeah.
faster. Like
No, yeah, he
just
will
does.
be. Yeah, no, I got you. You're right.
But other than that, like you're definitely right about a lot of things you said about Usyk and Joshua's chin as well. That was a good point as well.
It's not a glass chin because he's a heavyweight and he's gonna come back from powerful hitters. It's not a glass chin.
True.
But
True.
that shit is somewhat granite.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No,
it's
is
strong, but it cracks a
Like,
little.
no, but you're right about that. When he gets hit and he falls down one of these times, and
he'll
then
get up.
He gets up, but then
He's
something's
not.
the
His
same.
legs never
Something's not
come
the
back.
same.
And it happened versus Vladimir.
Yeah, it happened.
It happened versus Louise, and it actually happened versus Usyk.
It did, but even that Usyk fight, he didn't look like he was phased too much from that. He got back up a little bit cleaner than obviously the Ruiz fight was just.
Right, no, right,
You know,
right.
But
And even in the Vladimir fight, he came back and won that. So it's not.
yeah,
But like
He's
at this
able to do
point,
that.
and that's not the problem. But it's like you can't keep relying on your just pure athleticism because you've shown that you take that right hit, it's gonna fuck you up.
no, I definitely agree there. Actually, I agree.
And I haven't seen Usyk take a hit yet that he can't handle.
Damn, I mean, from him coming up at cruiser, which is crazy. Like, he's a fast fighter,
Fast.
way faster than what Joshua's always been, and
He's faster. He's faster than all the heavyweights.
that's gonna be a problem for Joshua for sure. But I still think he's gonna be able to back him down. And the way that you control a fight is you literally back guy down into a corner or into the side of the ring and start getting your shots at him, start making him feel uncomfortable, try to make him move around you. And I think that Joshua's going to be able to do that with his size. Use those jabs, definitely use that right counter that I think that he's amazing at. Get a few uppercuts when they're close, in the clinch position, because I do see that Usyk he likes to get in the clinch, and that happened last fight as well. They got in the clinch a lot, and the ref was always like, trying to make sure that they stay out of it a little bit more than other fighters. But with that, I do think that he's gonna get a good shot. Joshua is gonna get a good shot on Usyk, and coming up in those later rounds, you're gonna see Usyk. He's gonna already fall down like twice, and then I do see in the 9th round, championship round, Joshua's gonna come at him and hit him with one of those counters, and honestly probably hit him with a jab, or no, he's gonna hit him with that jab and then knock him down with that right counter. Like I've been saying, I do think that's his power punch. We know him as a knockout fighter, knockout power that he has. I think that he has the ability to come back from the fight that he had last year and show everybody that he's still one of the best ever, honestly, at this position. But so I got it as a 9th round knockout for me, for Joshua. What about you, though? Who you got?
I really hope that happens.
Damn, because that's your heart.
That's my heart.
Your head tells you
9th round knockout.
Damn, 9th round too.
For Usyk.
Damn.
I think Usyk comes in a little bit more shape than last time, and he's able to put him at bay a little more. Joshua's going to be a lot better than last time, but the problem is a lot better is still not good enough. I love this fighter so much when he's in the ring, and I was so disappointed in that last fight.
Damn, yeah.
And it wasn't just like you can't just chalk that up. Oh, I was just unprepared. We had the wrong game plan.
Right.
No, because at the end of the day, when you're in those deep waters,
right,
there is no game plan. You just try to go out and fight, and you couldn't hang.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. He couldn't
hang. No. And it hurts me to say it.
I'm with you.
It hurts me to say it, but. So I'll be honest. I'm gonna pick Usyk, but I'll be honest. Like I hope, like my logical answer says, Usyk is gonna win a 9th round knockout. But I pray, I pray that Joshua wins, because if he loses, his heavyweight legacy is in fucking jeopardy.
True. It is.
That is about to be.
I don't know about his heavyweight legacy, but definitely his chances.
Half the world refuses to admit that he's the top heavyweight before he lost his belts.
But his chances on going getting more championship matchups, it's gonna take him a few years to come back.
But if he doesn't win, finally, we get Wilder versus Joshua.
So that's where I was gonna go real quick. That's literally where
there ain't no belts. Just for the love of God, fight each other.
That's literally where I was gonna go with this.
Neither one of y'all touching it again. As long as Fury and Usyk or one of them takes all of them. Now, if Fury takes.
So
I think Joshua.
Real quick about Fury though too. That's a good
retire
point.
My ass.
So he's not retired. I don't think he's retired. I think he's saying he's retired, and I think he's waiting for this fight to happen. And whoever wins this fight,
he could have been waited though.
I know, but no. Whoever wins this fight, he's gonna take the winner of this fight. That's my theory. So I got Joshua winning the Usyk fight, and I think that Joshua's gonna go in and fight my man.
Whoever wins this has to fight Fury, because they need that last belt.
Yeah,
we need that unified heavyweight.
Exactly.
They've been teasing us that for years. But I honestly think whoever loses really should go fight Deontay.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think Usyk will want to fight Deontay.
Deontay's got a fight though coming up, so he just announced a fight coming up October 15th. Deontay Wilder.
Bro,
he's gonna
they
be
barely
fighting.
fight twice a year.
I know, but that means he's gonna have to wait till March or something. You know?
Nah, it'll be like a 4th of July fight then.
Yeah.
And then whoever wins this fight wouldn't mind waiting about a year. Especially if they just lost. They're not getting no belt anytime soon. Might as well wait for the money fight a couple extra months and get Deontay Wilder.
I mean, I could see that.
Because this is Deontay's first fight coming up since he's lost to Fury. And at the end of the day, I never thought he was the best heavyweight. I do give him that right hand, the pure athleticism. I do got to give him top 5 easily.
Damn. You think so?
Yeah. He's top 5 current heavyweights.
I think he's about 5th, actually.
No,
I think he's 5th.
I'll put him.
Honestly, I mean.
Who you got 4th?
Well, let's go through it right now. First, obviously, you got to go with Fury right now. If we're talking about right now, because he holds the top belt. You know.
I personally go with the one who holds all of the belts.
Usyk.
Yes, with the undefeated record, who didn't get kicked out for 2 years.
Well, I still think that Fury's the man to beat though, because whoever whoever wins
And
this
that's
fight
what no,
is gonna
and
beat
that's what
Fury,
sucks,
though.
and that's why
what
I feel like
think.
I don't understand how the boxing world turned to that when the man literally disappeared for 2 years, came back, lost mad weight, and fought one man who was the inferior. He literally didn't want to smoke with AJ in his own continent.
Yeah,
So he
you're
came
right there. I
to
ain't
the
gonna front.
U.S.
You're right
to
there.
chase the easier
He-
fight,
he
and
wanted
then
the
spent 5
easier fight,
years
yeah.
chasing that
But that's
one
still
belt.
a more money fight.
And
He just
because
wanted money.
us Americans, we watch more American champions
I know.
than
We don't
UK.
get to see Joshua.
We
like,
all now consider Fury the best heavyweight.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like at this point,
We should
I
have been looking
consider-
at Joshua like 7 years ago. Like I
and
was,
that's what I'm saying.
but-
At this point, he done lost his belt twice, so now his record is tarnished. But if you want to be real about it, then that's fine. I still consider Usyk a heavyweight because I think Usyk would touch Fury up. Fury does have the best skill set
I think that
to go up against Usyk because he's faster than all the rest of those heavyweights, and he also has an unorthodox.
and he also has
punching
a
style.
size. He also has a size over Usyk, which is he's about the same size as Joshua.
Size, that's the thing.
6'6", so.
Size don't scare me for Usyk. He'll make all of them look like fools.
I mean, he's
I'll
got
be
the speed
honest,
for it. He's got the speed for it.
Him
But I
against
think that
Deontay is scary though. Cause if Deontay get that one hit,
Deontay's fast too.
As he is.
Deontay's
As I'm
fast
saying,
too.
they're all lethal. Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Those are the top.
So I would still
Usyk,
put Ruiz at
Fury,
4. Honestly, obviously
yeah.
Joshua's number. I would say Joshua's number
sucks to
3 and
say it,
Usyk's
bro,
number 2.
because he got knocked out twice by Wilder, but he's still a better boxer.
He's still a better boxer.
He
yeah.
is still a better boxer. Yes, he is. Yes, he
And
is.
he just had a fight recently too, and he won. I think it was like January, February. I
I'm
forget when it was.
tripping. You're talking about Andy.
Andy Ruiz, yeah. Who would you
I'm
put?
I'm thinking about the Cuban,
Mm.
the one that got knocked out by Wilder. I still
By
think
Wilder?
he's a great fighter, even though he got knocked out by Wilder. But I'll be honest.
I don't know. I mean,
Andy is a better boxer than Wilder. He is. He is.
The only other guy
He
that
is.
I could really put out there is that I like a lot is Blagoy Ivanov. Shout out Bulgaria. My man is he is like 6th or 7th ranked, but I could put him up there as 4th.
But no, yeah, no, I'm
heavyweights.
really thinking about it 'cause I think talking about the Cuban. But no, 100% Ruiz is a better boxer than Wilder. It's crazy that they never got that matchup.
Yeah.
That's actually wild. Why hasn't that
Well,
happened yet?
I mean, it, like you said, they only fight like twice a year, and really the heavyweights.
yeah, but once both
once
of
you're
them
a
lost their
heavyweight-
belts, well,
Once you're
Wilder
heavyweight,
just
you don't want to
lost
fight
his.
like the best fights. Honestly, you don't see that. Like you see that with Fury, he doesn't want to fight the top fighters.
Fury been ducking for like 4 years, bro.
Joshua did that early too in his and when he
But
had
see,
hold the belt,
Joshua
like,
had a reason
early.
to duck. He held all the advantage
I mean,
until he lost his belt. I 100% agree with he's the A side. He's the A side. Like I said, bro, man had 4 belts.
yeah, but you never got to see like fights like Wilder and
And that's what I'm saying.
him, like
Joshua
was-
losing his rematch is the best chance. At that point, they're not gonna let you fight Usyk again for the 3rd time. You're not gonna get to fight Fury. They're not gonna allow you to wait for the winner of those to fight again.
that's true.
You have to fight someone else, and you might as well fight Wilder. That's the money fight. And
I
I
don't know. I
guarantee
don't
whoever
agree,
wins
man.
that
I
get a
don't
chance.
agree.
Whoever wins that guarantee get a shot at the belt.
I don't agree. 'Cause
Guaranteed.
I think that right now already. I think that Fury's gonna.
No, Fury versus
Is
the
gonna-
winner.
Oh, and then after
But then
that,
after
but
that,
what about Wilder? Like he's gonna have
Wilder
to
versus
fight-
the loser.
Okay,
And then
my bad.
whoever wins
I thought you
that
meant-
gets some
yeah.
automatic shot at the belts again.
Okay.
Because at that point, all 4 of those people touched one belt at some point.
So that'd be a good matchup as long as
Because at
Wilder
this
takes
point,
care
I don't
of
think
business.
Louise is getting a
October.
shot again.
Nah, not yet.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But-
yeah.
As long as Wilder takes care of business in October, I think that'll
Because
be a
I'll
good
be
point.
honest, Wilder looked a lot more impressive than he's ever did with his 3rd
has.
fight, even though he lost.
Yeah, he's still looked impressive. Like every time he even loses, he
It
still
was a way
looks.
better exchange, way better combos, more agile. Didn't just rely on the right hand. He actually I felt like he learned some boxing for that
That's right.
fight. So I definitely want to see what I see.
Hey, if you guys are watching, type in your top 5 heavyweight boxers
Yes.
right now that are pound for pound best heavyweight boxers, and we want to check out your guys' list real quick because we just pretty much gave our list. I mean, we could always like throw in a few other boxers in there, but I want to see what you guys have to say about that. Make sure you click that like button down below too. But speaking of,
It's
Tyson
Ortiz.
Fury, though.
Luis Ortiz is the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
He got knocked out by Wilder twice, but both times he was winning the fight. I mean, most people were winning the fight against Wilder until he knocks him out. But it's just always like he just was outclassing Wilder, and it's just, like every other fighter besides Fury, get caught that one right and it's over.
That's true.
But I think Luis Ortiz is a fantastic fighter. I don't know if I put him over Wilder, but he'll probably be. He might. Nah, Wilder knocked him out twice. He'll be 6.
You think that he'll take it?
Yeah,
Anyways,
he'll be 6.
Well,
I mean, now that
so
Wilder knocked out a lot of people. Like, I'll be honest,
he has, but
Wilder could go knock out
he's
Fury
fighting
and Joshua, and I still won't think he's a better boxer.
So Wilder fighting Robert Helenius in October 2nd.
Oh, we
That's
gotta cover that.
So we're definitely gonna cover that, and obviously Helenius only lost 3 fights too, and he's a knockout artist as well, but not as good as obviously Wilder. I think that Wilder, he's still got a lot to prove in the heavyweight division, but I mean, as far as Usyk, you definitely got to put him, for me, second, and obviously number 1 for me is Fury. You just got him switched up, right?
I got him switching.
Joshua third, and then I mean, who would you say is your?
Truthfully, if I'll be honest, I might get slaughtered for this. I'm gonna be straight honest. It's Usyk, Joshua, and Fury for me. And up until Usyk came in the picture,
I'm gonna be honest.
Up until Usyk came in the picture, it was Joshua Fury, Wilder. Because at this point, I wanted to see how Usyk really hanged with the champions of the heavyweight.
Yeah.
And like I said, he went out there and damn near washed Joshua, and I have no doubt he will beat both. To me, Wilder might have the best shot because he has that one lethal punch where if you really get caught, you're going out. Fury has power too, but so does Joshua. And like Wilder's power. That's the thing about Wilder's power, and that's what makes him so lethal. It's fast. It's not. And
he's very fast with it, bro.
The
you
right
don't
hand,
see it coming.
That's the problem. You
like,
don't
never.
see it coming.
Never see it coming.
None of them ever got caught with a right hand they tried to defend. It was the ones that they didn't see coming.
That's true.
And he's the most lethal with that. So for me, that's the most lethal person to stop Usyk because you can't outbox him. Right now, I think Joshua's plan is I got to go find a way to knock him out.
See, I just, since I already predict Anthony Joshua to win this, I already have him in my rankings as number 2, actually, now that I think about it. I think that he's over Usyk for me. So I think that I think that it's going to be, I do think that the next fight.
So why is it my number 1 is your number 3 and your number 1 is my number 3 and Joshua stayed at number 2?
I mean, Tyson Fury's undefeated, bro. So you got to give it to him. He's undefeated. Ain't never lost. I mean, Usyk is, right there with him, but he hasn't really fought, all the best fighters yet either. So that's the only thing about it, He's only had like 19 fights compared to 32 for what's his name, Fury. So I mean,
but Fury also fought a bunch of nobodies. This man,
that's
Usyk at 19-0.
I mean,
has literally touched.
You still gotta see it happen though.
8 belts in 2 different weight classes.
In 2 weight classes, that's true. I'm not gonna
undisputed cruiserweight champion, moved up and literally has 4 of the heavyweight belts.
And stylistically, Joshua's still a better fighter to me
than Fury.
Than Usyk. I swear.
See, to me, he's a better fighter than stylistically than Fury.
I mean, than Fury, yeah. But then Joshua. I'm sorry. Then Joshua's.
No.
Joshua's.
Just put Fury 3rd, bro.
Nah. Not at this point, because I still want to see Joshua versus Fury. I want to see that fight. That's what I want to see.
I want to see all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're ever gonna see them.
Nah,
same thing with the 4 horses of the middleweight. No, was it?
Yes,
no, it's not middleweight though. It's
not the welterweights, is it?
There's so many damn divisions, bro.
Bro, they keep adding them.
I know. I keep forgetting.
And then now you gotta like
the 145ers basically. That's how I don't know the names. I just go about I just go about the weights.
That's a fact.
But we ain't never gonna see T.O. Ryan, Haney, Tank. We need to see all them fight each other.
That's true.
I can't wait till Spence versus Crawford finally happens.
Spence and Crawford. Oh God, that's gonna be a fight of the century.
I can't wait.
Probably of the decade.
If
honestly,
we get it.
We should get that. That's gonna be an amazing fight. That's gonna be 2 of the fastest fighters ever seen. to
Powerful,
fight.
technical,
Technical fighters as well.
very technical.
Beautiful boxing right there. Honestly, that's gonna be a beautiful one. And I honestly, there's some young upcoming boxers too that are gonna be coming up. Like, and it's cool that at least like now you got other networks showing them off.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
fight
so it's
games been
dope.
growing a lot, man.
I
Fight
like
games
that.
been growing a lot for sure.
And this fight definitely gonna grow the fight game because I think my man
Yes.
Joshua's taking it. You got Usyk, I got Joshua.
Whoever wins, the excitement behind this win is gonna be astounding and clearly setting up a
Yeah, mega fight
mega fight between
next year
Tyson
probably.
Fury for
Yeah.
sure. There's no way Tyson's avoiding this.
Nah, he's coming back from retirement.
Unless he retire, and at that point they're gonna.
Well, no, he's already retired technically, but I think he's coming
But
back
he
from
has to.
retirement.
It's gonna be a certain time limit where if you don't decide to come back and fight your mandatory, your belt really becomes vacant.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. So it's not just
Right.
gonna let him decide to last minute. I want to come back. I'm like no.
Nah.
If he retires for the next,
They're gonna vacate his belt.
He got
and
a
then,
few
yeah.
more months
Right.
because at this point they already has his mandatory set up and it's already lined up. He just retired technically.
Right. No, that's
But
true. You got a point there, and it's gonna be a mega fight though. Either way, so watch this one, Joshua versus Usyk 2, and comment below who you think is gonna win, and also comment below your top heavyweight fighters. We want to hear them.
Top 5, baby. Let us know.
Top
Current.
current top 5, pound for pound, and honestly, thank you guys for staying with us, checking us out on the live, checking us out on the podcast. We got so many things coming up for you guys. We got the Patreon that you guys can go check out, and you guys can ask us some questions. You can do some general support. We got some merch for you guys out there. We got the Who You Got shirts. We got the Who You Got hats. We got everything you need.
Everything
honestly.
you need. Obviously, we just switched up our logo about a few months ago. Not even.
Yeah.
Like probably. About 3 months ago. Switched up a new logo. So we trying a lot of new things out, man. We really love your support.
Exactly, and definitely want you guys to stay updated on everything we got. So if you guys are watching the video, please make sure you like it, share it, subscribe if you're checking us out on YouTube. And if you're on any of the podcast platforms, we're on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts.
Everywhere. Pretty
Make sure
much.
you guys rate and subscribe, and make sure you guys share it with everybody because we love talking sports, whatever it is.
Definitely, and we love interactions from the fans, and we love your ideas. We use a lot of your ideas. We interact with a lot of you guys, and that's what we're here for, man.
Exactly. So again, appreciate you guys checking out another episode of Who You Got with
Mellow.
and Brado. See you guys next time.
Peace.